Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, back with some more low-tiered post-narrated shenanigans as usual. We're back in the PU tier. I'm using the same team as I was using in my last video, and my opponent is bad is good, and his team is pretty bulky. Lots of potential for a Violite with Krokorok, Shelgon and the Fluffy, which you don't see every day. Meganium can take hits for days. Whiscash is usually Dragon Dance, and physical attacking, and Magcargo. That could be a Shell Smash set, I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. So, without any further ado, let's just get straight into the battle, shall we? Yes. So, I lead off with Rotom as my dedicated lead, and he goes for Meganium. He's going to switch out first turn, go straight into Whiscash, and I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. But a lot of these sets these days are Rest Sleep Talk with Dragon Dance and a move, so predicting the rest, I'm going to go straight for Light Screen. It does indeed pull the rest on the first turn. So now I know he's pretty much guaranteed to go for a Sleep Talk, so I bring in Meganium, who can take basically any hit he's going to throw at me, and he actually unfortunately pulls the rest, which is bad for him. He's going to go out into Shelgon as I go for the Dragon Tail, not actually predicting Shelgon, and it works well enough. But then he gets Dragon Tail into his own Meganium. We both go for Reflect, and he gets up his Light Screen as I go for another Dragon Tail to get rid of him. And unfortunately, I Dragon Tail him straight into Magcargo, who I don't want to stay in on, but I do anyway, just for shits and giggles. He misses Will-O-Wisp, but I get the Flame Body Axe the next turn, as Dragon Tail gets him back into Meganium. I can't touch this guy, so I'm going to have to switch straight out, go into Rotom, not predicting Earthquake, but it does work out for me. Important to note, he goes for Earthquake, a physical attack. So, Magcargo is in, I'm not messing around, go for Blizzard, which does basically nothing to Magcargo. And I'm just going to be able to Volt Switch and go into my Zebstrika, who I'm pretty sure can take a hit. And he does, but that Flamethrower does a clean 2/3 of my health. I'm going to be able to threaten him out. He goes into Meganium as I go for Hidden Power Ice as a utility to hit most of his team. But behind a Light Screen it's not going to do much. I go into Kingler thinking he's physical, but no! He's got Giga Drain as well as Earthquake, and that does a huge chunk of damage to Kingler, of course. He now switches out, goes into Shelgon as I drop a Toxic, thinking he's actually going to stay in, but a Toxic on Shelgon is absolutely fine by me, that thing's bulky as hell. No more screens on the field, I go for Knockoff, get rid of the Violite, as Shelgon goes for a Dragon Claw, and there we go, Kingler pulling through with 1% win, the 1% live, once again, long live indeed. I save him for fodder, go into Meganium, who I'm pretty sure Shelgon can't touch, but he pulls a switch into his own Meganium, who I can't touch. He's going to go for his Reflect, as I miss a Dragon Tail, which is unfortunate, but now I know he's going to go for the Light Screen, so I pull the switch into my Muck. Now, since he's shown Giga Drain and Earthquake, I'm certain Earthquake won't kill, so I can safely go for a Brick Break, get rid of his screens, and as he goes for the Earthquake again, I live it, go for the Gunk Shot, and get a crit, which probably mattered, but it was incredibly lucky. He goes into Whiscash, and I'm going to save Muck for some priority later, go into Meganium, who I'm fast realising is going to be very important in this game. Take the Sleep Talked Waterfall well enough, and he's going to have to switch out here. He's going to have to switch out because he can't afford to lose Whiscash. Goes into Magcargo. Giga Drain does a decent amount, but I know Magcargo's faster, so I can't stay in with Meganium. And this battle's going to happen a lot, Magcargo versus Meganium. Go into Magmar to take the Flamethrower pretty nicely. It does a quarter of my health. And here I predict Krokorok, and I go for that big cross chop, which absolutely OHKOs him. So it must have been an offensive set, because I'm imagining he would have lived if he was defensive. So, you know, offensive Krokorok. I like it. He goes into Whiscash, I go into Kingler because he's going to wake up this turn and just take out Kingler with an Earthquake. Kingler has served his purpose and goes down. Meganium comes in, once again, Whiscash cannot touch me, he's going to go into his Magcargo, I'm going to go for the Giga, and even though he's now at 7%, I cannot stay in, I need Meganium to live. So I switch out, go into Zebstrika, with his dedicated fodder this time, and Flamethrower is going to take out Zebstrika. So, 4 on 4, in comes Muck, I'm looking for the Shadow Sneak kill, he sees it coming a mile away, goes into Whiscash, who's going to be able to take that very well indeed. But, I feel like Muck has also served his purpose now, and an Earthquake from Whiscash is going to take him out. Now, guess who I'm going to bring in? There he is, it's Meganium once again, and Bad is Good goes into Shelgon, and I get a crit here on the Giga Drain. I'm not sure how much it matters because he is toxic, he doesn't have his Evolite anymore, and the next Giga is going to take him out, and if that hadn't with the crit, then the toxic I'm imagining probably would have. So, guess who's going to come in on his side? There he is, Magcargo once again. But I can go into Magmar, who's going to be able to take the flamethrower, and he's alive with maybe 39% of his health, and finally I can take the Magcargo out with a Psychic. So, Meganium is now basically free, in comes the Fluffy, and look at this, the Fire Blast does a huge chunk of damage. So I'm thinking Fluffy was offensive as well, so kudos to Bad is Good. Crocorock and Fluffy, offensive pairing, I like it. Cecil Baldwin comes in, who can take any hit that Fluffy's going to throw at him, and in now comes the Whiscash. I'm just going to go straight for Blizzard. And it's doing a pretty good chunk of damage to the Whiscash, so I'm going to just go for it again, as he goes for a Waterfall. And here, I'm predicting him to go for the rest, because he's got just enough health to live another Blizzard. So, I'm going to pull the switch into Meganium, as he does indeed go for the rest. So now I'm pretty sure I've got him, because Whiscash is not going to be taking a Giga Drain, not at all. He's going to go into his Fluffy, I'm not entirely sure why, but you know, he goes into Fluffy just for the hell of it, and now with the burn I am absolutely in overgrow range, and Whiscash is not taking this hit, not in a million years. So, there goes the Giga Drain, and Whiscash goes down, and that will be the game. Very good game, Bad is Good. There was a bit of hacks going on in the middle of the game. His Meganium suffered at the hands of a crit gunk shot from Muck, which was unfortunate. It probably could have done a bit more work in the game with those screens. His Meganium was a big problem, but we just about managed to pull through. So that's going to be it for this video. In the future, hopefully in the not too distant future, there should be a DDT session coming up. I'm doing a session with a young man by the name of Black Pepper 511, who's a wonderful trainer. He's a really good battler and good fun to build teams with. Unfortunately, my computer is being a bit of a bitch, let's be honest, to the point where when I try and live record, it just says, no, I'm going to turn off actually, and you're not going to be able to record. But I'm working on it, desperately working on it, to try and get something of quality up in the future. But until that happy time, and until the next time I upload a video, that's going to be it from me. So, goodbye everyone, and I'll see you next time. Laters.